この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Last time on Frieren, the Wanderer and her companion ventured to a small port town with a dark secret. Trash in the waters. This is Bastion now. They stayed. I can't do it. They stayed as long as it took to clean up the trash and allow a traditional sunrise viewing to take place. Frieren seemed like she didn't really get it, but then suddenly she got it and realized that it's more important to be with people to do interesting things than just to do interesting things. They were rewarded with a fake gift, a book from the great Mage Fern, who turns out Frieren had a connection with. It was fake, but our adventures took us to an old friend, and then to the real deal. A real book left behind. I can't do this. A real book left behind by the great Mage Fern, which revealed that there's some interesting stuff in this world, like heaven, and, a straightforward adventure to the afterworld for a character that can never really go there. I really liked the last couple of episodes of Frieren. They were really fun. There was a lot to them. We sunk in and sort of steeped in various locations, felt them in what felt like enough fullness. Traveled on from there and revealed that Frieren is not just wandering around gathering mundane magics, which have their purpose, but is actually intentionally retracing her previous adventures. Partly out of nostalgia, we can assume, and partly, maybe, to go and check on everything, make sure that the demons that they've slain or sealed away stay that way. We met one such demon, and he got whomped. Because, power creep. Power creep is a bitch in any fantasy game, and apparently in the real scientific-y, magic-y kind of world that we're establishing for Frieren. A place where great advancements in the science and skill of magic use can be incorporated into everybody's spell book, given a little bit of time and study. I love it. It feels really fleshed out, and it feels really full and intriguing, just intriguing. It's not like super mysterious. It feels like everything's been sort of laid out for us. Here's Frieren. Here's her little group. Here are their adventures. Here's what she's missing. And now, here's a message from the distant, distant past. A book left by the great Mage Flamey. Flamey, I know. Flamey. Great Mage Flamey. Hi, I'm the great Mage Flamey. Whee! A book that holds a different kind of secret. The secret of the existence of a place called Aureole. Heaven. Place where she might be able to go and reach those spirits of her friends that have passed and left her here. A way for an immortal character to reach an afterworld. Pretty interesting. Some people raised curious questions, wondering if the Great Mage was actually lying about the existence of this place in order to, like, psyop manipulate Frieren into being better. I don't think it's true, but I think it's a really fun theory that she's just kind of trolling her from beyond the grave, but with good intent. The intent being to, like, give her a mission endpoint or like a something to strive for. Believing maybe that Frieren wouldn't go looking for this book until she had nothing else to do. I don't know. But anyway, now we have a real mission, a place we want to go. Need to go, maybe. And we've got at least one of the people we're going to do it with. I really hope that we meet Little Red Boy soon. I don't know if he's little or a boy. I really hope that we meet him because I see the pictures on the front and I want the whole spice, right? To me, it's always, there's a certain number of episodes where you're getting the band together and then the band can start playing. And so, like, even if we introduce the boy right now, it's going to take at least an episode or two for him to become gelled with the group. He's not going to have the decade of traveling with Frieren that Fern has had. So, I want that sooner rather than later. Unless he's a way more minor character than I expected, but I don't think so. Anyway, so far, I find Frieren herself adorkable, with a moe gap toward extreme competence. She's in every scene either perfectly competent and knows everything that's going on, or totally and utterly useless. When it comes to, like, practical things, practical, normal things like waking up in the morning vibes, or brushing her hair or whatever, totally helpless. Needs Fern. Fern is an interesting character, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her evolve, because at present, she's been sort of bound to others this whole time, and sort of bound to the missions that they sort of put in front of her. It's still, even as she's growing up, a little bit childish, and a little bit like staying in a bubble of what feels safe as a role. I don't know how that's going to change as we move along, and maybe it will change significantly when we introduce another character and wrinkle things up, but I don't know when that's going to happen. Those are our only real, like, ongoing characters. Because of the nature of a real adventure show, we don't stop in one place for long enough to really make deep connections that take a long time. Maybe enough for single episodes or even little arcs, but we're on an adventure. We're moving from place to place. And it feels really cool to be watching this directly after watching a show that I think a lot of people would consider on the top shelf of adventure-related anime, Made in Abyss. A story that is directly an adventure with an endpoint that's so far in the future or far in the distance that movement is the whole thing, moving through different locations and meeting different people, but Made in Abyss takes a totally different angle toward it, and in some ways is less focused on the environment, despite being so focused on the nature of the Abyss itself, than Frieren, at least visually, at least in terms of time spent in episode soaking. It feels like soaking in a hot tub with infused oils of Frieren-ness that just soak into your skin and you breathe them in the whole time. You can't help it. It lulls you into relaxation like a delightful bath bomb of fizzy Frieren. I don't know. I don't know what to feel about this at this point. We're 4 episodes in. It's just the intro section that we would have gotten if we'd watched it all together. And it's already having an impact on me. It's making me think of things. And it's making me just vibe out a little bit, which is a weird experience for me because, I don't know, I inhabit the vibe of the show while I'm watching it, and then I switch that off pretty quickly to try to be pragmatic and direct and analytical about what the piece of media that I was just watching was. And Frieren makes me want to just fully turn that off and just go, oh, yay, yay, magic. I love it. I'm into it, man. I'm into it. So let's get into it, and there are a couple things to cover. First, apparently I fucked up the subs on episode 4. The reason being that I had the 4 episodes downloaded with the 0 build versions, and I was just switching the subs from the 9-volt default subs to a different sub track. And some point in the mishmash, I didn't switch the subs on the second episode. So, Ripperino, I'm now downloading the subs please versions because they'll be the Crunchyroll subs, and I won't have to deal with that, and it'll be just fine. I do hope that they've got, like, songs and signs and stuff within the subs. If they don't, that will be really sad, but we've already gotten the OP and the ED and stuff, so, I mean, it should be fine. And speaking of EDs, and speaking of the 4 episodes that came out together, they were released with a special ED that I was supposed to watch last week at the end of the episodes, and I forgot. So I'm going to do that now, before doing a drawing or diving into the rest of Frieren, to wrap up those elements and just see what the vibe of that ending was. Just see what it feels like. I'm going to record this and record the whole thing. I might just cut it out if I don't say anything during it and I'm just vibing, but otherwise I'll cut in the pieces of what I thought. So, here we go. Flutes. This watercolor style is beautiful. Oh. Wow. Unchanging. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, that was quick and rad. Some immediate and very straightforward takeaway is this watercolor style. It might be watercolor like brush pens. I can't really tell. It's got the look of brush pens, in the way that it's like layered in here. So it must be. I think it must be those brush pens. Those are really pretty. This style is really pretty, even in these still frames as we're montaging through, but it goes totally next level when they move. Especially with like the detail of the sparkles in the eyes and the way that it all fades together. Freaking awesome looking. Really, really cool looking. And really laying out how much time these characters have spent together. This cut where we have Fern just fully grow up over the course of their time together, and then it's just, we get the same sort of fade on Frieren, but instead of growing, we're just zooming in on her and seeing her. We go from looking up to her from behind to being a peer looking her in the face as Fern gets taller and more capable. And then they see eye to eye, like literally eye to eye. And at that point, she can come along on her journey. And then we do something interesting here where this reads as Fern protecting Frieren, and this shot are almost like Fern leading the way. This one's nearly religious. It's almost like Moses with the staff, or like Gandalf at the shall not pass, or Aesop Rock at the also shall not pass, or whatnot. This is lovely. What a time. Very cool. Well, I wanted to do that because I wasn't sure if it would impact what I want to draw, and it doesn't. I know what I want to draw, and I still want to draw it, and it's going to take as long as it's going to take, which might be a little while, so bear with me as I get scribbling. I'm pleased with that. Just wanted to capture her eyes. We only get to see them in a couple of frames, but they locked me in like immediately. That and the hair blowing kind of wanted to do like something more grand or dramatic. You know, hands sort of out. I'm just sketching this out to see what I would have tried. I'm not sure what I would have done here. I was imagining like maybe floating, casting a spell or something like that. She's in this cool like toga thing too. Yeah, I think this could have worked if I'd gone with it. I'm gonna stick with the first drawing for sure. It just feels right to have her as a presence watching over our shoulder, you know? Feels right. And so, as Frieren journeys around trying to reach backward into the past, a piece of the past reaches forward to her and grants her a mission, a journey, an adventure, and we're already on it. So, let's go ahead and watch episode 5 of Soul no Frieren. I'm using the Subs Please version, and I will be from here on out. I've got episode 5 up and ready to go. There will be 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, beep beep timer to count you down, early access on the Patreon. It's $1. Please check it out. Helps a lot. Thanks. Beep beep timer. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mirror. The same line. He remembered. Mm-hmm. Just takes a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, dramatically changed her. And now it's been another 10 years that she's been traveling with Fern. Another set of changes. Good eye, Ison. Zero to 10, then 10 to 20. So she's what, 20 now? Or so? I fucking love this groove. I'm just losing it into this vibe. Need to meet you! I want to meet Red Boy! I want to know what his deal is. I don't know what that lady's deal is. I could just listen to that over and over for the full 20 minutes. That would be the full reaction. We'd be done. I'd be so happy. You don't have to follow her orders, though. Just listen to what she says. Ah. I love the like goofy old man smile. Oh shit! I'm gonna be real bad. You'll be here all the time, right? Too smart, smarty pants. A better spin, but also kind of fucked up. Making promises you can't keep. What's the book? Oh, was that because she dreamed of him? She's thinking of that as like, I was good and he's visiting me? I don't know. I probably should have read whatever was in the top right corner there, right? Oh? Oh. They're a monster? Ghosts are cool. Undead exist? Information. I didn't know that. Oh, it sounds like the first notes of Federclyde or Fighterclyde by shit. By Fawn. Whoa. That's why we had that note about Hyder. Color change. Oh. No? Okay, so there's a distinction. A ghost maker. How can I fix it? Save this village from its weird ghost monster? Yes, Fern, you are a good girl. Good girl. Ah, so pretty. Ah, so pretty. Ah! I'm done, I'm done. Ah! Wanna help tell us? Fern test, Fern test. Ooh. Illusions of your family would work really well. The Einusam. Einusam? One. It probably doesn't work that way, does it? Hmm. Yeah, it's tougher than you'd think. feels pretty real, yeah, that's tough. What? What? You had a strange relationship with your master. She used to hurt. What? Yeah, to you? Time skip, no answer. Fuck. Oh man, but what if it's Heiter? I'm here to visit you. You've been such a. Oh fuck, it's first off. Starts with that. You've been such a good girl. She's got it. How does it know to make it say that? So happy when I gave you that staff. Yeah. The best trap. Wait, let her do it. Wait, let her do it. More important memory now. Oh. What? Whoa. So it doesn't. Ugh. I thought they were easily dispersed. Was that necessary? Whoa. That little glow in the eyes was awesome. What a scene. But even a fake. Cool. Even so, even a fake, like, can rock you. That was really interesting. Okay. Nani? Whoa! Whoa! I smell you, thief. Oh my god, I just want it to sound like Smog. Old Smog from the animated version. A solar dragon? What? You're gonna shoot it? Can we ride it? Can we say hi? Ah! Oh, he's fine. Okay, good. Okay, we're not fine. Run! Oh my god. Running time. My name is Michael Jacoboos, and I am running! Unfortunately, it doesn't fly, Fern. You didn't help at all! we're just gonna loop. All right, let's go back. We're gonna rest. Then we'll go back and we'll shoot it. Good girl. Pat, pat, pat. Are we gonna meet? We're gonna meet Red Boy to fight a dragon? Oh. Is he a dwarf? All these freaking scenes of so much stuff are so cool. Maybe it's a homie dragon. Maybe it's a homie dragon that's not gonna fuck everything up. Nice. uh. I was thinking hidden weapons. Oh. Quest giver. Hello. Oh. She looks like a dwarf, so maybe Stark is a dwarf. Maybe she's just an old lady. It's hard to say. Damn. Dragon looks dope. His hair is not red. Oh, his hair is red. Oh, shit, Stark. Okay, this guy is for real. A little bit of build up for your boy. Unless it's something funky, like some dumb reason why the dragon ran away. Seems like a cool cat. Oops. So what about finishing this? Who's that voice? Oh shit, who's that voice? Mm-hmm. So he was looking for them not because Ison informed them, but okay. Didn't seem furious. Free food and board. Ooh, you're a little rebel, aren't you? Not gonna lie. Maybe you should tell him. It might convince him. Oh, break dances. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This show. But I don't want to leave the village helpless. So then we work together. This is all capiche caposh. With a frontliner for sure. 30 seconds is a long fucking time. That's a long fucking time. You suck! And the mask drops. Oh, he just stood there the whole time in fear. Amazing. You're the hero, the hero. I wonder why it did stop. I love him. I love her. Our dynamic is established. Let's go. Physically strong, mentally weak. Did he? Did he do that? His axe isn't that big. Can't live in this in-between world forever. Can't live in imposter syndrome. Hell yeah, man. Better to do something real. Our great hero. He's growing. You can see why he likes their cooking. Hmm. Hmm. We'll just leave that. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, I wonder if it's something about Stark. Oh, maybe it decided to change its mind. No, it's Stark. Cutting big swaths into the cliffside. Yeah, yeah, Fern, go see what's up. Is he doing the axe equivalent of punching a wall? Oh, here we go. Hmm. Something to live, something to live past. He's like me? My guy. My guy carving away. Oh, he's carving another path. He's going away. I think he's carving another path through the mountains. Sweet! Well, we're gonna have to watch another. Can't help it. I need to know who that voice actor is. He sounds so freaking familiar. I know this cast is stacked, so. There's your dragon, I guess. I'm Stark, the hero of this village. Sick! Gonna come into his own to some extent. So that's really cool. I've got a lot of questions about that. Introducing Mr. Tony Stark, newest member of the squad who has not decided to join yet. Because he is, as Ice and his master says, a coward. But then he follows it immediately with, he's like me, as he sits and prays over people he didn't save. We don't know the full story of those little plots, do we? I was thinking that maybe I should ask about that when they first appear here in the beginning, because we accent them and we've been showing them, but I just kind of let it go, and then, the story keeps going. I wonder what's really going on there. So we spend some time reintroducing the situation and repeating a lot of the lines at the end of the fourth, because they're so pivotally important, I think, for moving along. And Fern notes that tiny fraction of Frieren's life is a huge chunk of hers, and it's now going to be even more than that, more than half of your life, which is pretty cool, but also there's a loss to that. It's like, if that's what you're just the one thing you're going to be doing, that's all that your life will take, will have to it. But what better thing could you have as a big portion of your life than a grand adventure where you go many places and see many things? Really wonderful. The dialogue between Hyder and Fern is so believably wholesome. I really like it. And it's got that sprinkling of little kid sass, of little kid smarty pants sass that just works lovelily. Lovelily. I see. To the village! And then to the mountain pass with a bit of a spooky warning, a harbinger of doom. There are spirits in the pass. And this gives us an opportunity to learn what the difference is between undead and various other apparitions. In this case, it's a particular creature that's using the memories of its prey or its victims to create visualizations for them. I wonder if the creature knows what it's creating, what it's making as an image, or if it just knows that whatever it is whatever would be manifest out of the person's mind, But undead do exist. This is something weird. It's called an Eisbderb. Einzelbderb. I love the locations. I can't. I love them. Even when they're less detailed, right? This isn't super duper mega detailed or anything, but our sensibility of contrast, our lights to darks throughout every frame, and same, we'll see it in the next one, sure. Anywhere we look, it's really good, solid thought put into how to create dark spaces and accent light spaces. It just looks so freaking good all the time. The Einusam. Translate. Lonely. So Einusam is one alone. Whoa. The lonely one. So it both preys on the lonely by showing you images of the people you no longer have, and is lonely itself, looking to draw in others. Whoa, I like that. That's cool. Okay, while I've got the interneps up, I'm gonna pull up my anime list and look at Stark's voice. Chiaki Kobayashi. He's Ashlad. He is Mash in Mashley, which I feel like I should probably watch at some point. Makoto Edamura in Great Pretender. So I probably recognize that. None of these bing me though. None of these are oh, that's who I recognize it as. It's funny, he actually really quite looks like his character. kind of looks like Stark. Similar bowl cuddy type of thing. Easily dispersed by high density magic, so then why does she use such a big boom? I don't know. Is it really that easy, is the question that we ask. Is it that easy to slay the image of someone you care about? And I really want the answer to that question. What do you mean that was normal for her to be begging for her life? Because she was like the great mage, she was super powerful, so the fuck? And we face them down. And it's kind of a cool thing to be able to see somebody from beyond, even if it's a fake, even if it's a facsimile. Just to have that image compliment you and say that you're doing good is like, that's really pretty. You did good, kid. But of course, it's all going to be to lead you and to pull you in. I love that Himel's line is, like, in her memory, he would just say, kill me, just shoot me. Really interesting. So I guess that makes me think that the creature doesn't know what it's representing, just something out of your memories. This big blast is big and blasty, and I just want to see it, because we use that same sort of fuzz effect on the outside. Man, that's cool. And then this impact in the back is really cool. And there's your guy, tendrils weeping alone. Deeply sad. And it's just over in a flash. Kind of wish it lasted longer in a weird way. But let's go talk to him for real. And hard transition to Durgan. There's Durgans. They exist. That's super exciting. I don't know what else to say other than Durgans are freaking cool, and I like them, and there's one, and it looks really cool. I think anime dragons have a tendency to end up being quite beefy, like kind of squat and sort of beefy. But this dragon is quite lanky. It's got like long limbs, and especially when we see it sort of sprawled out over Stark in the images, it's got a really predatory body. Really looks like a real creature that might have evolved with magic in it and become something really strange, and not just an artist representation of big scaly thing. It's a kind of a pet peeve that I have with dragons is like giant majestic creatures, but it's like, no, they're lizard cats. They're lizard cats with wings, and they should kind of act like it a little bit. This thing acts like a long-legged lizard. That's how it feels to me, and I really like it. I really, really like it. I wonder what the full list of categories of dragons is, because there are shadow dragons, there are solar dragons. What other kinds of dragons are there? I don't know. So we blast, and it does nothing. Just nothing. Oh, shit. We just leave her to it. But this moment when the dragon actually rears and roars. Oh, that's so fun. It's funny, that looks like the... Oh, shoot. I don't know, it reminds me of something, and I just cannot place it. Unfortunate. But look at this boy, he's so lanky, like muscular and like weird. His physique is strange. It's not just like a human with it's so good. Yeah, it's so cool. Cool dragon, good. Little hop skip is almost Little Witch Academia-esque, which wouldn't be surprising because we've seen that there is crossover in terms of animators. I do wonder who did the dragon cuts. We might have to go look at the cuts for this episode as well. So we'll go and get ourselves a frontliner. I really like how we did this scene with cutting it off before answering her question and then bringing it back in later to answer the question about, like, is he a good warrior? Is he good at this? Are we going to be killing ourselves by bringing him into the party? We just leave it with a for now, and then get to meet him and make our first impressions, and then pull it back through. A spell that lets you see through clothes. Brilliant. Powerful magic. Powerful magic. So she was looking for them because Stark was looking for them because they're the ones who disturbed the dragon, not because he knows that they're coming because Ison told him. Okay, cool. And Stark stood his ground valiantly like a hero, frozen in fear, pissing his breeches. Nice. It's so cool how, like cultural legends are deeply different from the actual events that occurred. I think that's really interesting and something that we should note because Frieren's pretty freaking powerful and kind of famous. So it's not beyond the possibility that we might enter into some weird places where they have like weird rituals about her and stuff. We do a lot to make Stark immediately likable. He's immediately hanging out with children and telling them that maybe being a warrior isn't the best thing, and, and then he sobers up and gets real serious. You shouldn't be messing with the dragon. I care a lot about this village, and dragons are serious business. Frieren immediately dismisses it. Not a bad injury. Okay. And I am Frieren the Mage. It's not furious. So then why haven't you defeated him? And it's an interesting one. It's fear. I thought it was... I didn't give him enough credit. I thought it was manipulating the villagers so that he gets an easy life. Because that's straightforward, right? But no, he's a different kind of scumbag. He's just afraid. And that's really cool. I love his like brave face and how fast it falls. I love the breakdancing rock golem and how big Frieren is smiling about it. She's so happy that her friends care about her weird magic stuff. It's not a very good reason. But we look up to here. I'll bet that Eisen did something similar, found Stark and was like, "You got something cool, kid." So we need to deal with the dragon first. But I sure as hell can't do it, and I don't think I can hold it for 30 seconds either. It just falls apart. 0! I love it. Oh, I love it. This shit right here. And then it becomes comical. It becomes completely comical. So, at exactly what frame? Right there. Right there where the arm stretches, it becomes comical. Totally serious business. Terrifying. Hilarious. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, little kid? He just stood there, and then it flew away, and nobody knows why. I do wonder if there's something inherent about Stark, and I just gotta say, Stark should have married this one. Should stay in this village and marry this one. She's really cute. This is no good. Let's find someone else. And our dynamic is established. Frieren is kind of doting on him, but also believes in him. Fern is like, this kid's not it. Just gonna be the condescending one, the shutter downer. Which perfectly makes sense and establishes that there's probably like limited room for romance between these characters. That's something that we're probably going to have to deal with relatively quickly because we've got Fern, a young woman, and Stark, a young man. We're going to have to handle that in some way. We all know that Fern and Frieren are a Yuri couple, right? Like, that's what it is? No? Okay. No? Too creepy? Too groomy? Okay, cool. But he's been chopping away. I wonder why he's doing that. We say that it's just his practice. But I don't know. He stays out there all this time and blasts away at night. But in your first battle, yeah. I wonder why it doesn't attack. Is he a good warrior? And I find this really interesting. It's a definitional question. What does she mean, a good warrior? I think, context clues wise, they both mean a protector, a defender. I think that's what this means here. She asks, is he a good warrior? And his answer is, he was the only one who ran when monsters attacked his hometown, a coward. He's like me, so I taught him everything I knew. Now he's someone who can fight for another. And her answer is, that answers all my questions. You've checked all the boxes. That's what means a good warrior. Eisen doesn't say he is a good warrior. He says he's a coward, he's lost something, he can fight now, and he can fight to protect someone, and he doesn't want to lose somebody again. That's what makes a good warrior in Eisen's mind. A defender. And someone who's got something to prove because he's failed. Rough. But true. what better motivation to protect than having failed at your duty to protect before? It's terrible, but in a circumstance like this, an unsolvable past mistake can be a wellspring of motivational shame. Horrifying, but man, really true, I think. So, a good warrior. BAM! And that's our transition. So we will pick up in the next episode, moments after I go on Sakagaburu and look at the stuff about this episode. Yay! Okay, there's a bunch. This is good. It's one thing that I love about watching modern anime is that a lot of the time people post a lot of the stuff to Sakagaburu. So I'm just gonna look at them all. I'm just gonna look at all of them because I want to. I want to get to know the staff on this show and see who's doing what. Hiroto Nishizawa. These are just the moments of turn and recognition. Cool. Kazuhiro Miwa. Blasting away at these cliff faces. Yeah. Takeshi Mainami. I believe that this is going to be our Durgan guy. Taikashi Mainami. I have never seen that. Takeshi, sorry. Taikashi. Princess Connect Redive, which has some pretty animation to it. Pokemon. What's that? Looks like Gurren Lagann. Monster Strike. It looks like Gurren Lagann. Okay. Whoa. That looks ripped from Pretty Cure. Okay. Actually, that all kind of looks ripped from Pretty Cure. Okay, whatever. I didn't mean to click on that. Oh, this is more Takeshi Mainami. Okay, cool. Is that Jujutsu? Oh, Takeshi Mainami did the bonk. Solid fun impact and then playing with tropey stuff. That's cool. Okay. I will just leave Takeshi there and move on from here. Sheng Meng Chen did our breakdancing rock boy. Okay, cool. Toshiyuki Sato. Did Sato-san? Yeah, he did this piece too. And he's all over Little Witch, right? Yep. But he works on all sorts of things. I mean, you can tell he's got 500 something credits. Okay. Oh, wait, that was Precure. Is this Precure? Oh, it's Moetan. What the fuck? What the hell is this? What? Illegal. Illegal. Okay. Nishizawa Ishikawa. Tetsuya Ishikawa. For the blasts and booms. Okay. Hiroyuki Kobashi. Pretty walking and jumping and running scenes. Masahiro Yufune. Just more character acting. And Reiko Nagasawa, some Genga. Some corrections. For some crucial facial moments. Cool. Okie dokie. Pretty cool, methinks. Pretty cool stuff all throughout the episode. Some cool smashes of animation that I'm hoping we get more as we head to actually face this dragon. And an interesting moment touching base with spirits that aren't really the spirits of what you're looking for. Like a false shadow or a facsimile. Trying to guide you off your path. Interesting. Let's see how it comes together in the next episode, because these two are clearly meant to be something of a two-parter. So let's watch the second part. Okay, I've got episode 6 up. It's time to find out about Stark and maybe defeat a dragon. Beep beep timer. I will just throw out as a theory, because I said it in half a couple times. I think maybe he's trying to cut another path so they can travel through the mountains without getting eaten by the dragon. Like, so that the villagers can. But I guess that doesn't make sense, because he needs to stay there regardless. I love the instrumentate. Was there someone reflected in the gem there that I didn't notice before? Oh. Ugh. Hmm. But imposter syndrome. He feels worthless. I'll have to. Yeah, you take that name. Strong convictions. But convictions up against a real big monster. So 0. Wonder why he did. Wonder why. So that's why when Frieren said complimented. Torn up hands. Overtraining. Yeah, we never really saw that. Frieren just mentioned it. Gotta learn. And you've got it, bud. Nice! More supportive than I expected. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Ah. Wonder what the answer is, why he punched him. What he said or did. Bet he deserved it. So will we go face it, or will it come to us? Oh, he's gone. Uh-oh. Or is he going to go fight the dragon? Nope. Nope. I don't wanna. Oh, hi. Make sure it doesn't kill the village. Sick. Got a little bit of hemo in you, don't you? Little hero, huh? They matter. It's a long time for a young man. Holy shit, what a boy. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking love it. Love that. Whoa. Straight admit it. Yeah. Means you're still working. Like, damn, you should be afraid. But once you move... Ooh, that is a cool shot. Hi, buddy. What a boy. Oh, what a boy. Let's go! Oh my god, that looks good! Stark! Here's our answer. On reflex for what? Because he's too scary? Holy shit! Whoa! That's dope! Dude, just 1v1 the dragon. You don't need us. Oh my god. This is the best animated dragon fight I've seen in years. Your kill. Your kill! It's been 30 seconds. Did you end it, bro? Huh? Got you. Whoa. My guy! All you needed was a little bit of resolve! Let's go, dude! Nice job! Or let's go grab that grimoire! Ooh, yo! Tensor's floating disc! Yeah, kid! Oh my. Oh. Let the big boy carry it. Ah! That makes sense. Makes it worthwhile. Nice. A worthwhile spell. Oh. Yes. Yes, importance. You never know when you're gonna need shaved ice. My D&D party every time. Every time. We're gonna do a plot. No. Huh? It's just the ice. Gifts from all the people. Aww. Alright, big gap. Ah! Ah! Oh! 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 Fern! So that's why he carries such a big axe. Oh! Fern! I guess that establishes no romance. Oh! I mean, they changed shape. Oh! Brutal. Okay, but we're heroes, though. Come on. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That is what you want. Nice. Okay. I thought we would have to find a new, like, a way around it, but okay. Nice. I want to see magic shops, please. I mean, you can fly. Fern! Fern, why you gotta be so mean to the boy? Damn. Well, we can't stay here for 2 years. Fern knows that Frieren is willing to stay here for 2 years. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Yeah, shrinkflation's a real thing. Nah, dude, that's way smaller. It's a way smaller vessel. Oh, she came on her own anyway? Uh-huh. With the disdain. Yeah, what's wrong with you? Huh? What? What? You want some? You trying to fight? What is this? Hmm. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, they're gonna be on the same team. Let's go. Team Mortals. Team Mortals. We gotta keep this train rolling. Fly. We just watched him run up a wall. You guys are fine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Okay, never mind. So there's a barrier. Okay. I'm stupid. Hmm. Even if the checkpoints are closed and they're not trading, they're probably trading. Goods must come in and out. No, it hasn't. You gotta find the black market, baby. 2 years? My guy! My guy! Stark is practical! Hmm. Yeah. Hey, a little smile. Okay. We see people down on their luck and a real thieves guild. I was asking about I was asking about it. Ooh. Probably nice guys. Everybody's nice, right? Hmm. I'm out of choices. Could lose your heads. Hmm. More than just no. Okay, he just breezes past that. More than just his normal mortal lifespan. Is he cursed or marked or dying from a disease or something? I wonder. Wow, that's cute. Little Deku vibes. Hmm. Hmm. God, all the clothing blowing is so pretty. Thus, the desperation to push forward. Okay. Okay. That's what he means. Cool. Nope, let's find a way. Hmm? Mm. Oh. You have angered the guards. Hi. Oh. Oh, they didn't know who she was. Wait. The castellan who wanted to see him. We'd happily open the way for you. A great hero? Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll take the credit. All it takes is a name. Rejoice, for we shall not be stuck here. Whoa, we're doing a whole thing. Oh, the hero. Okay. Yeah, well. Okay, not into celebrations. I feel that. Yeah, your first time. The lands beyond. Ooh. I love the timelines woven together. They're so cool. Perfect. Add Stark to squad. Establish Stark. Move forward with the world. Pretty perfect for 2 episodes to do that. Pretty perfect. Like a fairy tale. Like a dragon tail? Oh my god, we're gonna have to look at that in some depth. But first, let's talk about the whole of the thing. Stark worries that he won't be capable that he'll flee again. And Fern reassures him, oddly, by telling him about her own fearful experience with her first monster, and how her knees trembled and weakened, and she couldn't act until she could, until she turned and decided to, until her back was up against the wall, and then she moved. I think that's one of those things that's truer than true. In a lot of situations, people can hamstring ourselves before we even begin, or cause ourselves to freeze completely by thinking and analyzing and wondering at whether we're capable. You know, a person will spend like minutes, hours, days, weeks, like agonizing over some task. And all they have to do is just go and do it, and it will happen probably. Or they'll fail, and fine. Then they fail. But worrying about running away, worrying that you're going to run away, and avoiding the fight because you think you're going to run away, is just running away, isn't it? And if you turn around and run toward, things often work out right. Not always, but often. I love how willing to admit his fear Eisen is, in particular. Are you afraid? Yup. Yeah, definitely. That's okay. I like it a lot. I think it's way more real than courage represented as the absence of fear. This is a common trope, has been much more in the public eye since Game of Thrones. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to act despite your fear. I think of it in a practical sense. When I get that feeling of jitteriness or shakiness, and I know that it's coming from fear, you can actually do a little psychological trick on yourself and tell yourself that you're not nervous, you're excited. You're not afraid, you're ready, you're excited. Because the fear response, the little shakiness, all of that, that's your fight or flight response going in. It's your adrenaline kicking in, it's your systems revving up to enable you to act in a situation that might be extremely dangerous, which means the ability to run as fast as you can or fight as hard as you can. And there's no distinction made, neurologically or hormonally, as far as I can tell, except for maybe cortisol levels, something like that. There's very little distinction, I'll say, at least, and I'll be certain to be correct there, between nervous and afraid and excited and jittery because you're going to jump into the thing. You can fully convert all of that fearful energy into moving forward energy if you just tell yourself that that's what it's there for. My body is preparing to allow me to fight. My body is preparing to allow me to step forward. My body is not fighting me, right? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like Stark stands there and his mind is saying go, and his body is saying no. But that's not it. His body is shaking. He's afraid. He's feeling all of this tension. All of that tension can be released. It can be released by action, by moving. And that's what our little coming into his own for Stark ends up being. And by the time it's happened, he's unaware that he's just been a masterful beast sprinting along a dragon and chopping it to bits. He doesn't even really recognize it because he's in that like hyperactive state, not really in the calm flow of it. That's something that takes longer to build up. I think that what we see in Frieren of that like deep calm into battle is an experience thing, and Fern demonstrates that in her first encounters it was fear right off the bat, and it was only learning that fear can be channeled forward into your fight that allowed her to do so in the future. Stark just never overcame it. He just never went past that. So here we get to witness it with him, and I think that's really cool. We got to see Fern develop into a young woman and develop as a mage, and Stark, we would think, is already a hero, already a protector, already a warrior, but instead he's got all of the capacity and he's not quite across the threshold psychologically, and they end up pushing him, or maybe pulling him. Either way, it's really cool. Bam, the fist. Really interesting. He punched him because he feared him. He acted on instinct. Like, I wonder what the actual circumstance was. I don't know. But Stark has misinterpreted it all the whole time. And what we can imagine the lack of compliments coming from Einusam, we could imagine a number of reasons for that. Like, you see someone who's obviously a prodigy. You don't want to get them to blow their head up so that they stop training, right? You want to make sure that they keep training. You don't want to overdo it. But you also see someone who's a threat to you, who's maybe better than you, or has the capacity to be. It can be hard for an adult male figure to admit that to a younger man. It can be really difficult. I think a lot of fathers and sons deal with this. I certainly did. My father had a very hard time saying positive things about me. And looking back, I think it was because of that weird sort of threatened dynamic. It's really interesting. Whatever you read into it, it's not the reason that I thought. And it is, well, it all plays into this idea that Stark is really the guy for the job. Really the one for it. Understated gags. I just gotta say, I really like the understated gags like this. Just nope, I'm not leaving. Nope. Very cute. Very cool. And I'm ready to go. Why are you willing to go that far? I love this moment. I really like this moment. Because in this moment, with this little red bowl cut, and the face the way it looks, and it's just total... What do you mean? To that question, he embodies Hemel. We don't even know Hemel that well, and I just get that vibe. What a strange question. I've been here for 3 years. And of course, Frieren doesn't see that as very long, but that was probably his, 17 to 20, or 14 to 17. Whatever age it was, those 3 years matter a lot. Those are growing up years, you know? What a boy. What a boy. Holy shit, what a boy. And they stand and they shake. Like master, like student. You'll admit it just like that? Well, it's not a bad thing. He says it's my fear that brought me this far before we transition between them. I like that. I wonder... I almost wish it were more fleshed out, but I'm growing to appreciate the statements of the show that aren't fleshed out. Sometimes they're not, meant to convince us of what the character believes, but just to be what the character says they believe. My fear brought me this far. Fear isn't a bad thing. I'd like to know more about what he means by that. You even tremble the same way. And here it kicks into gear, so we're gonna just talk about some animation for a little bit, because we get a smash of dope-ass animation. And it starts with this walk-up cycle. The, huh. There's every footfall has, a huh to it. Bam! And his hair drops, and the chin drops, and everything sort of drops. I'm moving backwards, so I'll move forward. Boom, 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 boom. That's really cool. And every fold in all of the clothing is all working right on the money. Clothing movement all throughout Frieren has been really crazy good. Really crazy good. And hair movement, the good stuff. Roar. And we're set. So, he puts it in its place. I'm not weak for being afraid. My master was afraid too, and he's the strongest. This is what I'm meant to be doing. All I need is resolve. I love how it's like twitching at the kind of like a dog in a full bristle. You ever see a dog in a full fangs bared bristle? They're pulling so hard with the muscles of their cheeks to bare all their teeth that they'll twitch sometimes. And the dragon twitching at the lip and eye is just like that, like ready to strike. It's freaking cool. So we hold. It's being cautious. Yeah. Anyone who comes up and stands up to it. But more than that, it knows a threat when it sees one. Okay, so we launch into it, and we're going to break this up cut by cut. So that was first cut. We're going to break this up cut by cut. Launch. Dragon is shifting. Background is sliding. We slide with it. It's weird. Because of the way that we've foreshortened the neck, like head, neck, as it rears up here, it's like it sort of extends, but really it's just going like this, right? And then as it builds up some kind of flame breath stuff, and then cut to next side. The fire effect looks really cool. They've got an individual gradient on each chunk of it. So it billows out and... Whoa. Dope fireball, leading to incredible running sequence that sort of just... It's got all this momentum, and then it sort of holds for a second as we come to the side of Stark as he's running. Nyom! Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. So I gotta know who did that. I gotta know who did this dragon animation. There are, I think, 2 animators doing the dragon stuff. Could be any number, but at least 2. Could be all 1. I don't know. The running is incredible. These big sweeping movements are amazing. Utapon cubes all over the place, but I don't think it's Nakamura. Although... It looks a lot like Nakamura. And the cut is kind of extended in a wild kind of way, and then directly at camera. Nah. Body moved on reflex. I love the way her hair looks when it's blowing here. Just gotta mention it. That piece in particular. Bam! And again. Oh, man. Wow. And then the sense of momentum as we're attached to it. I wanted to see this, too. Ugh. It's got so much mass to it. Like, it takes time for big muscles to move big mass, especially in like a snake-like creature. Like a muscle contraction happens and it flows through the body, and it's rearing at him on its head. The wings are taking effort and time to beat. This is so carefully done. I think this is easily the best dragon that I've seen in a long time. I can't think of a better dragon. Except like old school, old movies stuff. The full sketch. Hook. And he goes for it. Final blow. Boom. Okay, it could be Nakamura. It really could. I still don't think it is. But I'm gonna have to check, I think. Do it! I got him down! He's down! Fire! He's vulnerable! No, kiddo. All you needed was a little bit of resolve. Solo, Dragon Slayer, Stark, the hero, the slayer of dragons. Fucking sick. Shaved Ice is cool. Ridiculous Adventures are cool. Only got so much time. This is so mean. That's so mean. It's just so mean, even if it's true. That's so mean. Okay, then we interact with guards. They're like, you can't leave, and then they realize that she's Frieren, and then they can leave. We do get a little bit of connection between Fern and Stark. They've got the same need. They gotta get out of here. We get this cut, which is lovely. Again, that hair movement. Little fluffy bangs. I gotta check something. I just have to. Little parfait, right? I mean, those blueberries are huge. Okay, we got 2 wafer crackers, 1 strawberry, 2 blueberries. Spoon is about the size of a blueberry. Yo, that's tiny! It's the same size, isn't it? It's not shrinkflated. Damn. The passage of time truly is cruel. I love that Stark has connections and thinks about things in a practical sort of human way. Frieren jumps to magic or just waiting. She can wait out any problem, honestly. Like, oh, the Castellan doesn't like me? I'll wait 30 years and he'll be dead. It'll be fine. No problem. I'll just dick around in this city for a while learning magic. But I like this practical stuff. Go and talk to the Thieves Guild, talk to the scumbags and the undergrounders. But they still all feel like they're pretty cool, but we do see that there is poverty. And I'm very pleased to be showing that. That is important because I brought it up last episode. Like, we haven't seen anybody on the streets or living it rough or having a really hard time. I don't know what the crime rate and criminal landscape is. I don't know what the general average quality of life is for people in this world. Now we know it varies widely. And even in a well-protected, good city, there's lots of opportunity to lose yourself to drink and become destitute. Really interesting. Don't have a lot of time because he's thinking about Einusam. I love that. I love his hand on Stark's shoulder, like big surrogate father hand. And I love Stark's little face. It's got exactly the energy to me of Deku watching the yes, All Might, yes, yeah. Oh god, my headphones, no. Wouldn't speak about himself, but those brilliant adventures, those were important. So now I'll go on them and bring the memories back. Lovely! And then a transition to another departure scene, like finally past the threshold of what we know and into the Adventurelands, now that we've gathered Stark up as a member. And is he walking alongside them now? He is. So that's cool. I like that. This is an important little visual element, I think. When we enter the city... Nope, they're walking together. Where was it? Ah, there. When we leave this city. Okay, that's better as a takeaway. We leave this city, Stark is carrying his stuff, Fern is reading a book, and there's this huge distance between them. Then we leave this city, and they're walking side by side. Yeah, right next to each other, little triangle, a little bit closer. We went through a lot of trouble. There's like camaraderie between the two mortals who are being dragged along on Frieren's insane journey. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, I need to go to Sakagaburu and I need to look at the dragon stuff again. I just have to. Let's do these as order score. I'll bet. Dragon. Dragon. I don't know. There are lots of side things. Whoa, there are a lot. People posted all of the cuts, just like the whole episode is on Sakagaburu. I really wish people wouldn't do that, and that they would stick to just the best cuts. Okay, Kiichiro. Oh my god, it's Watanabe. It's Mr. Running Guy again. Oh my god, it's Yutaka Nakamura. 44 through 102. Are you joking? This is Utapon? Bro. This part's Utapon. All the moving stuff. Ah! But the parts that I thought were Utapon, the exploding stuff and the... Because this goes until 102.9, and then it's Hironori Tanaka for the big explosions. That's Tanaka. Oh, yeah! Okay, that makes sense. 34 through 40 is Tanaka. Oh. The smash. And they explode. Whoa! Hiro Nagano. And this is where we get that moment of her pushing into his space and her hair flying around. Okay, but shut up, me. What the fuck? That's... Okay, the part that I thought was Utapon isn't Utapon. But the most spectacular dragon movement, and then lock to it, and then all of this background stuff moving away as we take off into the sky. Whoa. Choice of making the camera fall twice at 45? Like double take? Double cut? Boom. Oh. I don't know exactly what they mean here. I guess that sort of feeling cut twice? I don't really understand what they're talking about. Holy shit, what a cut. That part is amazing. So I want to see... Up to 4.4 is Watanabe, so it's this opening movement. That's Watanabe, and then when we cut to there, this is a different artist. This is Yamashita. Ooh, yeah, the other monster. Takehito Sakazume. The way it pulls out and reveals all the multi-faces is really spooky. And then we must run. Yeah, and it's tearing through the woods after her. Super spooky until we slow-mo turn and... Resolve! Toshiyuki Sato on this silly stuff. Okay. Artist unknown, but Enokido and Sakazume listed. Bunch of artist unknown elements. But we saw the cut that we really wanted to look through. That's bonkers. So it says, Yutaka Nakamura PN. Is that pen name? Takase Maru. Doesn't come up. Okay, cool. So Nakamura smashes a piece of that cut under a pen name. That's gonna... I mean, I'll bet people were losing their fucking minds when this dropped. I bet people were losing their fucking minds. And reasonably so. That is some dope cut. Dope art and stuff. I'm just gonna watch it again. I'm not gonna be able to include this, of course, but I'm just gonna watch it again. Man, the rest of that running cut really looks like Watanabe. This part doesn't, but this run that transitions to running up the cliff and then into camera, it's a really cool demonstration of how freaking acrobatic this guy is. And similar to the cuts we've had of Aizen so far. Just more. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, that's what they mean by the camera dropping twice. So here, we go up, the camera drops along with him, and then the camera drops again. That is a weird choice there. But it makes sense to my like anime mind because we're like coming in and then we're coming in. One is a shot of like where we came from to where we're going, and the other shot is we're here, now he's here. So it creates the impact. Okay, and then Utapon. That moment where we boom and we're suddenly way up here is so cool. And every bit of the weightiness is Yuta. Wow. We can do action. We could really do action, guys. We've had little tastes of it up until this point, but that was stellar. That was really fucking cool. And that'll be the only cut like it that we'll ever get in the show. No, I don't know. I like the episode. I like Stark. I like that he's flawed in a way that won't necessarily go away, or might transition into something different. I like how young these characters are compared to Frieren. They've got a lot of room to grow and change and evolve and shift and become different people. Well, it's no secret. I'm a fan of Frieren. This show's dope. Even if it didn't have cool action animation stuff, I'd be willing to watch the whole thing through if it was just towns and cities and little quests and goofy, adorkable Frieren and cool missions and stuff. But you pile dope as fuck action that blows most fantasy series way out of the water. Yeah. Damn, what other really amazingly animated fantasy series are there recently? I mean, Mushoku Tensei is pretty, but it's pretty different too. I don't know. I can't think of anything that tops this. This is tippy top. Okay. Yeah. I can see why people might give this a 10 out of 10 right off the bat. Yeah, that makes sense. This is really cool. So we're a three-piece now. Frieren, Fern, and now Stark, the frontliner. And we've finally checked off all our boxes that I've been waiting for in terms of stuff that we learned from cover art and things. So now we're off into the north, where the Demon King's army's remnants are fighting a probably losing battle, but an ongoing terrible one. We get to venture once more into lands that only she has traveled before. Up until this point, everything was a little bit familiar, but I wonder what lurks beyond the walls. What a fun pair of episodes for Frieren. I really enjoyed these, and I really hope you did too. Go ahead and all the YouTube things, and I'll see you next week for the next episode. Thanks so much for watching it with me. Peace.